What's up, guys? This is Briah with Boxing One the podcast, back with another episode, and I'm here with my family today, like my real life family. So I'm Briah.
Yo, Colby.
Yeah, man. ColdWrld Ty.
Donshay ChristiaDon.
Yeah. So part of my reasoning for actually starting this whole podcast thing was because it was something I'm passionate about and something that I actually wanted to do. But after my first episode, I sat back and I talked to my brother and I talked to my mom, and I'm like, well, there's not many platforms that we have from where we're from that actually gives our people an opportunity to be able to show our work, right? Mm-hmm. And so a goal of mine, too, is to be able to give my people a voice from where I'm from and people that look like me. So y'all have successful brands, Colby, M3, Shay, ChristiaDon, Ty, ColdWrld. So what year did y'all start y'all brands?
I say me personally, I started thinking about it back in 2019. I had just started working as a personal trainer, and I started trying to figure out, I was speaking to people on a daily basis, and I was just thinking about, dang, everybody seemed to have the same problem. So M3, the brand, is the first. M is motivation. Everybody will be lacking some type of motivation. They don't know why they're doing what they're doing, or they get lost along the way. And, you know, a lot of times they just really be confused. So the motivation part is, you know, whenever you get confused or you feel like you lost or your mind's not in it that day, why are you doing what you're doing? Yeah. And then the next one is that mentality. When you wake up in the morning, are you going straight to your phone, or are you going straight to the bathroom and brush your teeth and get your day started? Or what kind of ritual you got going on? How do you go to bed at night? You going to bed, you know, dwelling on the past and dwelling on what kind of day you had? So what kind of mentality do you have? How are you thinking? Those are the things that are going to influence your actions. And then the last part is that movement, you know, those daily actions that you are taking, those things that you are doing. What is it that you're doing? How are those things influencing the person you want to be and the person you will be? Because the person you will be could be real different from the person you want to be at the end of the day if your actions and your habits don't intertwine.
That working.
So that's where that M3 came from, and I just kind of been pushing it ever since then. When I first came out with it, people were looking at me like I was stupid. Like the people I was working with, they were like, "Oh, M3, what is that? Is that like the car?" Nah, man, it's not the car. Nah, when I described it to them, they're like, "Oh, well, I didn't know it was actually that deep." And I actually had people who I would work with, they started copying what I was doing. Yeah. And I ain't gonna mention the brands and stuff like that, but they just started copying the same type of metaphor and the naming of it and how they wanted to push. And I was like, yeah, I got something good here. So
all right then.
Yeah, and then recently when I started to actually grow a following, I was actually able to start to acquire clothing and, you know, merch for the brand. But just bigger than the brand itself, it's not even just about the clothing aspect for me. I know my other guys in the clothing. For me, it's also just health and wellness in general. I have a nutritional coaching guide that I have hundreds, if not thousands of people on spot reading and buying to get that education on how to be a better person, at least in the fitness industry. So,
I started my brand 2021 in July. I always had a thought of starting my brand probably like 2019. I always had a thing for like, you know, clothes, fashion, just in general. But I started mine in 2021. My auntie was always in my ear talking about, "Shay, you need to start this brand. You need to start this brand." And I was just at the point where I was like, you know, I don't know, like it was kind of feel like it was like far-fetched, like it would kind of be too much or, you know, too much money or whatever the case is. Yep. And I remember me and my cousin Ty, we was talking about it before. It was like, he gonna start a brand, I'm gonna start a brand. And we soon, you know what I'm saying, we gonna elevate with that. I remember having that talk. That was around like what, 2018, 19? It was somewhere around there. But I remember me and him always talking about that. But yeah, I'm here now in ChristiaDon. It's the meaning of that's my name, Donshay Christia. I just put my last name with my first name, ChristiaDon. And yeah, that's my brand.
I remember you was talking to me. He was like, I was like, "What you gonna call it?" He was like, "I feel like my last name sound like foreign." So I was like, "Okay, I can mess with that." He's like, "Nobody really." He's like, "I want people to know my name, though." He was like, "I want people to know my name." So when you came out there, I was like, "Okay, that's fresh." Because the thing is, a lot of people don't have that last name.
Yeah, bro, so. It's so crazy. When I tell people my brand name, they be like, "Oh, it sounds like y'all already know Christian Dior."
Oh,
it sounds just like whatever.
I never thought of that.
I'm like, dude, that's my real name.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to copy it. That's my real name, bro.
Man, my fault you wasn't born with it.
Saying, man.
Sure. What it is, it's your boy ColdWrld. I started my brand in October of 2020, 2021 actually. I've been in business for about a year and some change now. I came about with my brand is, the beginning of my brand was just fuck love. It was based on emotion, and you feel me? I just turned it into art, and it went farther than I expected. But as far as ColdWrld came about with me thinking long term, trying to touch all angles, as far as me stretching my brand out and touching all angles. It was some kids in school and stuff that was telling me that they was getting IS and stuff based on shirts and the curse word and stuff like that. So I was like, damn, like I don't want kids getting in trouble for wearing and supporting me. You feel me? So I came about with ColdWrld, and you feel me, working on his rebrand as of now. My website is currently closed due to me doing his rebrand and expanding the brand, trying to touch all angles.
So what I hear like with your names and your names have meaning to you. Like it's sentimental to not only, like it's sentimental to your life. It means something to your life. Colby, you say like fitness, movement, being able to motivate people, right? Shay, it's actually your name. And like you got this thing about pure and wavy, you got your star, like and Ty, like you don't want kids getting in trouble and all that, but like it's things that you guys are passionate about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Definitely.
like you guys have, like Shay, you have pure and wavy, you have the star. So like what does that mean?
So for me, pure and wavy, that means like pretty much pure is like you just being, true to yourself, being true to the people that you love, and just just always being that pure person, that top figure, that pure person that you are prone to be. That I feel like every human should be pure. You know what I'm saying? That's how we could have this world to elevate to a whole nother, aspect, you know what I'm saying? And wavy is just like whatever you like. Like Ty, you got your fit on, that's wavy to you. That's all that matter. That's all that matter to you. You wavy, that's all that matter. I got my stuff
Being
on.
true to yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. I got my stuff on. It's wavy to me. I don't care what nobody think. Whether they think it's trash or not, I got it on. I love it. That's all that matters. Yeah. And my recent drops, I incorporated like stars into my pieces. So it's a little, I'm gonna sound a little nerdy, you know what I'm saying? But like really a star, all stars in this outer world, they all have a chance to shine. Or whether it's a million years, 2 years, each star is gonna have their chance to shine, bro. So like for all of us as individuals, we all gonna get our chance to shine. We just gotta keep working.
That's tough.
You gotta keep working.
Bro, when I say he told me that, like I didn't even know this. He told me this like a few months ago.
Do my research, man. Like stay down, keep working.
Make a plan and work towards it.
Exactly. You're gonna have your time to shine. So just me, I'm represented as a star, you know what I'm saying?
When you putting on a shirt?
Soon, man. Soon.
So for you guys, like, you have your different avenues. Why, for you two, why the clothing industry? And Colby, for you, why fitness?
I say as far as fitness goes, because I've been even when it comes to like the clothing aspect, I started doing that because I've been affiliated with other brands that are already big and up and coming. Like even this brand right here, the Naka Power, they're a pretty big brand right now that everybody in the fitness industry is grabbing onto. I've been a part of a couple of brands like things like Kill Crew, and just seeing how they ran stuff and seeing the faults in seeing like where their downfalls were. Like for example, I had people that would DM me and be like, "Yo, bro, I ain't get my order from this brand." You're like, "What's going on?" I'd be like, "Oh, it's not my brand. I can't really do nothing about that." Well, I thought it was your brand because you're affiliated with. Well, I see where they're going with that. My name is attached to it. So that's why I decided to bring that clothing aspect, because I realized, okay, well, at least if I bring the clothing aspect, I'm in complete control of that. Right. Now, as far as why I chose the fitness industry, because I can sit there and try to overcomplicate it all you want. I can sit there and try to talk about, I was just super motivated. I'll be real with you. Coming from a football background and only playing football in my life, that's really all I know how to do is try to better myself in a physical form, physical way, or even a mental way with trying to always expand my knowledge. So when it comes down to it, all I can do is just grind, if you want to just keep it in simple terms. I don't really know the whole tech You know, getting into all the technology. I'm not an artist. I can't sing. I can't rap. You know, I tried to get into drawing at one point. That didn't work out. So, I mean, I could sit there and talk about all the other stuff like that, but it just came down to the fact of I'm going to do what I'm good at, and I'm going to try to be the best at it, and that's what it is.
Facts. It's crazy.
So why clothing for y'all two?
Clothing for me, I don't know. I like being clean. I don't know. Like being clean. I said it in the other episode. I remember like my mama when I was in kindergarten. She was a teacher at my same school that we both attended. She dressed me up every morning. I was clean. I was clean when I left the house. Came back home. You know what I'm saying? Fresh. You know what I'm saying? No, really. I came at home fresh. She told me that like a few years ago, and I don't know. It just kind of stood out to me because it's like. You a kid, you come back home, you know, you got recess, you know, whatever you planned, you got lunch.
Pretty boy, man.
Watch out, man. Watch out.
Ladies, man.
But nah, like, I don't know. That, like, when she told me that really stood out to me because it's like, maybe that really means something. Like, in this world, bro, whatever you do, bro, it's always like a deep meaning behind something. It's like, it's a sign. God, I feel like God really throw things in our life that shows like a sign, like, you need to be doing this.
Let me tell you, bro, like, when I was back in high school, I don't physically remember this, like when I would come about this, but I always realized that everybody was asking to work out with me. And I'd be like, now that I think about it, I don't actually remember ever asking them or telling them that I knew how to train.
Yeah.
But these people were always coming to me, yo, bro, let me get like, what are you doing, bro? Like, and I'd just be sitting like, I think back on it now, I'm like, I never brought this to anybody's attention. It would be nice where Shay would be in basketball practice at 10 o'clock at night, and I was grinding on the field in the pitch black. And if you know about that. If you remember about that school that we went to, there was no lights. You know what I'm saying? There was no lights. So I don't know where these people came about, but it's like people just started to click to me.
It's a meaning behind all that.
All the way from 9th grade all the way until I got to college. Literally. When I got on campus, people was always looking to try to work out with me. Even the football players, I went to go work out randomly at 6 a.m. in the morning at the gym, the public gym. And a football player walked up to me, oh, bro, what you training today? How you train and all this stuff? And I'm just like, why me? I'm trying to be on the same team as you.
But I think that's crazy because I think that like the things that we do in life, I think I said it on episode 1, like when we talk about purpose, our purpose is always to be able to give to somebody else. Give something to somebody else in some kind of way. And I think God, like the things that the way he sets up our lives is like, okay, I'm gonna give you this, but I need you to get this so you could give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And I always say, man, God puts things in the hands of the giver.
Definitely. So I'd say my brand came about with me starting off with, I started off with one color and 200. No, I started with one shirt, actually, and I posted, and you know, like how you post the polls on the stories and stuff like that. I came about with posting it and asking, you know, if people mess with it.
How they feeling?
You feel me? Because I was thinking about starting up a brand, but I wasn't sure of how they would feel about the logo and me expressing my emotions with what I have a passion for, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it was about 35 people on my story that said they wanted a shirt right now. I was like, what? What?
Right now.
You feel me? So I dropped off the shirts. I got the shirts done and didn't even care for profit. I was just surprised at the fact that individuals wanted something that I created. You feel me? And then the next day, like so I came about with promoting myself too, like promoting on my stories. Every drop off that I was doing, I was taking videos and like showing that individual was supporting what I had going on. And I guess that made more individuals want to support. So the next morning, I woke up.
Crazy.
50 more people want shirts.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, no, I'm going to take this serious. So as soon as that happened, I came about with just setting on my LLC and setting on my LLC, making it a business. And then I just came about with ordering another 250 shirts, just 250 shirts, just putting.
He do all his work himself too now.
Just investing into myself and, you know, just taking that risk.
But listen to something he said, right? He said he went into it not expecting to really make the money aspect.
Oh, he love it.
People will be jumping into stuff and thinking like, you know how many DMs I get of people that be like, bro, how do I become like a fitness influencer? Hold on. Let me relax you. Slow down real quick. I don't even classify as a fitness influencer unless somebody asks you what you do, bro. Like, if somebody was to sit there, like, I had a girl that came up to me in the gym today. Oh, you're always on my For You page on TikTok.
Yeah,
I was
sure.
like, oh, that's crazy. I just kept it moving. I'm not over here like, oh, acting like I'm a celebrity and stuff. It's like they be looking to get to that level or something. Or they be looking to get all this stuff up under their belt as if it's gonna bring like this crazy profit or following.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
you gotta be looking to actually change somebody's life first, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think that's why people sometimes like they don't stick with the things that they do
exactly.
because they don't get the immediate
Traction.
reward.
Yeah.
They don't get it immediately, and sometimes when you chase the money, it's
It's
like
the main thing.
that kind of messes it
I
up.
didn't even care for money.
Yeah.
Main thing I
Just
said.
sucking them up just was basically I set it up as a pre-release for my brand as ColdWrld. And just came about with just selling them as a pre-release, just getting my brand out, get my name out to a certain goal that I set up as far as 500 followers that I wanted on my Instagram page before I started posting and taking it actually serious. Yeah, but I always been into fashion, I should say, but
So
I always been into fashion and I draw, so that just came hand in hand. So
So
Yeah,
that
just
kind
fire.
of goes into my next question. So like, what was like the moment that made you say to yourself, okay, I can be successful at this. Like I can do this for
Sure.
real.
I'll tell you, I got a DM from somebody one day, and they tried to tell me how to run
That's a
my
good one.
page. A woman
That's a
tried,
good one.
Real
That's
good. Real good.
a woman DM me, sent me a whole. I didn't even ask this woman for help or nothing like that. My whole goal was to just change somebody there. I have like when I first started like doing the whole fitness influencer and trying to build the old M3 brand. People, they just would follow because they thought I was a car person. So they'll be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But the main thing I noticed is that I would have like maybe 40 or 50 viewers on a story, and I got 2,000 followers. So where everybody else at, I don't know. But 40 or 50 viewers on a story, one person would ask me a question. Oh, bro, how do you do this or how do you do that? And I would, be like, dang, that's amazing. Then I had one person that DM me who thought they must have been like, I guess, a social media expert or whatnot. And they tried to tell me about myself. Oh, your page is all wrong. You're not going to have these brands that you think are going to reach out to you because you're not doing this. Your fitness stuff is not even attainable. You're doing workouts that nobody else knows how to do. And I said straight up to him, I said, well, I said, it's going to work for me at the end of the day. Like, that's what it's going to happen. And let alone what's ironic is the same brands, the same amount of followers, everything that they said that I wasn't going to have, I literally had 2 or 3 months later. Like, just 2 or 3 months later alone.
That's
10K
crazy.
on IG. Got brands like, Gymshark and all that stuff hitting me up and asking to send me out clothes and asking me to be featured. And I'm just sitting here like, dang, I thought I was doing this all wrong.
And I bet, it was crazy. I bet like after all that like backlash, whatever that you got, when you actually did it, you was like, yeah, bro,
I
like
did it. Yeah.
I'm here, like I did that.
definitely.
And that's probably the best feeling, like with whatever you do in your life, bro.
Having a point to prove, definitely.
Exactly, bro. Like, and not even the fact like that, you should use that as motivation at all times, but like to the point where it's like you get all that backlash. When you actually do it, bro, on your own, you look back and be like, you know what I'm saying? I really did that. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
not even that, but like Ty just said, like you gotta have something to prove people wrong, but like prove it to yourself first.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts.
I was
Prove it to
naturally
yourself first.
me just being naturally self-driven and then having the support behind it and then just bringing my passion into existence just
Yeah.
came,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
and then just
Shot up
seeing-
after
and
that.
then it just came addictive as far as just creative ideas and always working towards our next goal as far as just building and just expanding the brand in general.
Yeah.
But I think the best way to expand on these brands and stuff, like anything you want to expand as far as that has to involve people, whether you're looking for monetary compensation or be in the public eye, like to just look to change one person's life first or change one person's day or make one person happy or satisfy one customer will always triumph
definitely.
whatever
That-
big number you're looking
Yeah,
at.
just seeing the smiles doing my
Yeah,
dropouts and
Yep.
stuff too, that made me keep going for sure.
Because there's some days where you're going to be like, dang, bro, nobody ordered. Dang, this, that, and the third happened. Dang, this. Like, maybe I ain't doing this. And you your biggest competition. So you're going to be looking at yourself in the mirror like, maybe I ain't doing enough.
Yeah.
Sit down and realize, I want you to sit down and write down everything that you're doing and look at it on paper and picture it being in somebody else's hands.
Yeah.
Would you see that as enough? I'd be sitting back and looking like, dang, ain't no way I'm doing enough.
Yeah.
I'm still in my people's house. I'm only making this much a month. And then I write it down on paper, everything. And I'm just like, dang. That is a lot because this is exactly the type of stuff that I would be looking for by the time I was 25, 26, Like, so a lot of times you might be your biggest enemy and not even realize it
Yeah.
because you're your competition. So
Yeah.
Just looking to change one person over just changing everybody at once or even satisfying everybody, because you ain't gonna satisfy everybody. Everybody ain't gonna like your stuff.
Yeah.
This just is what it is.
Everybody's perspective will never be your perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why it's art.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For me, I could say like when I realized that I could really do something with my brand was my bad, y'all. My last drop went crazy. Like that was my biggest drop, like with the hoodies and the sweatpants. I'm not gonna tell y'all the number obviously, but what I put in, I got back in like, bro, I swear like 12 hours. Like
For sure.
I got back what I put in like in 12 hours.
I told him before that he even
Bro.
drove. I told him he sent it to me. Yeah, this gonna sell out for sure. I know what you're gonna do. I already told him before it even came.
Bro, like 12 hours. I had like a little pre-release thing where I just gave people my password. They went to go in and get it. Bro, 12 hours, man. I got back what I put in. So after that, I was like, okay. And I'm gonna keep real, y'all. This is not even my best work. Like this is. I talk to Ty all the time. He know. I talk to my. They know. Like I got some stuff coming, man. But yeah, that was like when that happened. That really motivated me. Like, yeah, I could really do this for real. And I'm only what 7 months in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like at that point I was like, yeah, bro, I'm doing something right. So yeah, that was when I realized I could do something big.
Definitely.
Yeah. So you guys have like, as we're hearing, you guys have made money off of what you do.
Definitely.
Right? And I think a lot of times is black people, managing money is tough. How do you guys do it?
Get your money out your business account. Sorry, get your money out your personal account and go get you a business account, or leave it in a separate account that you ain't gonna touch. All right, because you need to know of course, when you start to touch like a lot of money, you're gonna be thinking, damn, this is a lot of money, but trust me, it ain't that much.
It ain't.
It's somebody out there with more. You could always get more. A lot of times you might be thinking that you at a loss. I remember back in December, I'm over here buying Christmas gifts and stuff, and I'm thinking I'm at a loss. I'm thinking I'm at a loss of profit on everything I'm doing. I went back and looked at the numbers. I'm like, damn, I just spent way over than I ever planned to. Like, I ain't gonna talk about the number that I spent, but I'm just like, dang, I tripled the profit from what I expected to make. Yeah. And if I would have just sat there, that's why after I look back on the numbers from December, since then, because I just started like doing the whole, like, for example, selling guys and clothing back in October and November. When December hit, that's when the money started really rolling in. Yeah. And then after that, I was like, oh, shit, like I gotta tighten up a little bit, because I'm over here thinking I could eat First Watch every single second of the day and go out to the steakhouse. But I'll be real, I gotta cook at home.
And when y'all cook, y'all save money now.
I gotta cook at home. So gas money. I don't even look at the gas prices no more.
Yeah.
You ain't got no choice. That's what I'm saying. We'll sit on the side of the road.
So that's what I mean by taking money out your personal account, because a lot of times you might be thinking that you're not making nothing, or even when it comes down to tax time, that's a big thing, bro. Tax time, you will get hit with a huge audit if you don't have stuff in the other name. Because I remember last year, if I would have filed a certain way or whatever, they said I would have owed money because of the fact that I had stuff in my name. I was like, damn, I ain't even do that well. Yeah. So it's like, to know that, I had to really start thinking like, okay, I got to start to like make moves over into these other places. So I simply just started off with something like, I mean, if you don't have time to go to the bank or whatever, I keep everything in, you know, if it has to be, start with PayPal or something like that if you got to. Yeah. PayPal got an option for a business account that you could put, you know, your tax information on. So you can be as simple as that, you know.
Me, I don't spend my money at all. my money that I made over those 7 months, I don't touch it at all. I kind of treat it like a savings account, but it's kind of like a savings account where I pull it out, I put something towards it,
you pay yourself,
and I get it back. I don't. Well, yeah, I guess you could say I pay myself, but to the point where I don't, like, I'm not really like getting something, like, you know, like when somebody make money, they buy a pair of shoes or something, they buy. Yeah. I don't do none of that. Like, I still work, and I'm a student. You know what I'm saying? So I take advantage of that money. That money, that's the money I eat with. That's the money I pay like bills with, car note, whatever you want to call it. That's the money I do with that. My clothing brand money, I don't touch nothing at all, and I'm strict on it too. Like, I don't care what it is. I don't spend it at all until I'm comfortable with it.
For me, I'll say I save about 75% of what I make and invest into newer ideas and newer plans, because I only spend what I'm what I'm able to spend in my brand. You feel me? I spend what I'm able to risk. Make sure like all the bills paid, everything good. You feel me? I could just make sure I got this to the side for new ideas, new investments, as far as just thinking long-term goals with.
Yeah.
And what now this rebrand, I invested a good ticket as far as I'm trying to have stuff on hand where I just have on hand for me to just take a picture and put out instead of just showing my mock-up how I usually do of if people mess with it or not. I'm gonna just have it on hand and just show y'all like that's what I'm coming with it. I'm trying to drop every two times a month.
Yeah,
is the goal.
Sure.
So the actual creation of your clothing, right? You guys can't do it alone. You guys work with manufacturers, vendors. So what is the process of being able to work with these different kinds of people?
Man, I be asking this man 24/7 how the hell to work Adobe. I be asking him about the manufacturer stuff too, but bruh, the designing of it, like the whole Illustrator or whether you use Photoshop or whatever you use, that shit is hard.
Yeah.
I just try to learn that shit every other day.
It's hard. It's
for the
hard.
past 4 months.
It's hard at first. It really
gotta
took
lock in and sit down.
it really
just lock in and just away from
figure it out.
Yeah.
It really took me like 2 months to figure out how to work Photoshop. Like, and I still don't even know every single icon on there. Like, so I'm still learning. But
I had to watch about 10, 12 videos.
YouTube videos too. That definitely helped.
YouTube is everything,
And everybody got a different perspective of everything.
Yeah.
What? This
More than one way to skin
that's
a
the
cat.
easiest way to do
Put your
this.
own flip on it.
For real. Working with manufacturers is definitely like, I feel like the best route to go. Like Ty, he do his own pieces and he work with manufacturers. He do everything 50-50. And I was telling him the other day, like I really want to get into like making my own pieces and screen printing and doing all that, sewing and cutting all that. But manufacturing is definitely like, I feel like my opinion the most important because that's what I've been doing over these 7 months. The only thing is kind of hard to find a reliable manufacturer because you got some manufacturers who isn't really a manufacturer, it's really a scam. Some who just
Some of them are.
Facts. Facts.
So how do you know who's legit,
Can't
who's
tell.
not?
You can't.
can't really tell. It's kind of like you just gotta. Now this one I'm about to put y'all on game. Don't put in no big order for the first time. Like always sample first. Sample first. So if y'all rather, like I said, like you rather lose. I'd rather lose $100 than $1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's kind of thing like sample first. See if they legit. They gonna send you the stuff. You send them their money. Cool. That's business. And that's when you make that big bulk order.
Definitely.
You know? But working with manufacturers is very important. And finding a reliable one that you could build a relationship with, and who knows your style and knows how you work and trust. And you both gotta trust each other.
Definitely gotta have that communication. My manufacturer, we be on FaceTime. Talking about ideas. You feel me? Yeah, I do 50-50 as far as I design my own pieces as far as my jeans.
Oh, y'all see it? Stop saying it. Y'all see it.
You feel me? But my absolute goal is to be a celebrity stylist with my jeans and style one-on-one outfits for celebrity artists. Is my long-term goal. But as far as my brand, also, that's aside from my brand. Of course, I have long-term goals for that also. But my absolute goal is for sure being a celebrity stylist.
Right. So Ty, being able to create your own product, what do you feel are the benefits of that for your brand?
It'd be extra profit for me to invest into new ideas. Definitely, I would say it came about with you have to wait, like how manufacturers work. It takes a specific time for orders to come in.
Yeah.
Right.
So me going all in and investing money into myself, and sometimes I go all in. I always invest big on myself, but as far as that, I just like I said, creative ideas, just thinking outside of the box.
Yeah.
Trying to expand as far as creativity. Definitely, I work on. So in between orders, I just try to push it give me time to work on my celebrity stylist ideas and me putting my own pieces together and actually expanding my creativity until my shipment comes in,
Yeah.
and that's when I'll push my brand. You feel me? So I just
genius. Yeah.
stretch.
He got
That's
to be on
smart,
the
bro.
man.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
He got to be
Yeah.
on the man.
I'm not. I want to get into it because it's like you don't really got to work. Like he's pretty much how he said it. Like until that order come in from the manufacturers, he doing his own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's. I
It's
feel like
already ready. As soon as they come in, it's gonna get out. So
exactly.
gotta
I feel
work
like
in the meantime,
so at that point, it's kind of like he always got something
Right,
coming.
right,
he always got
right.
something coming. So like
Yeah. That's
and
genius. That's
with the
genius,
brand, you gotta always consistently show some pieces. Because if you don't, bro, they gonna forget about you, man. They gonna draw you back to the board, bro. Like they're not gonna remember who you is.
keep yourself normal.
So for what you doing, Ty, that's amazing, bro.
Thank you.
And I want to
Appreciate
get into it. You need to put me on some game.
I
But you know.
got you, man. Family, man.
So-
everybody else, they can't get this sauce. You gotta pay for this sauce. You gotta pay to talk to me.
So drop day. I call it money day. What is your preparation for money day? What's the
let me
preparation
go-
behind it?
Man,
My
I guess.
photo shoot already set up. My photo
What you said, photo shoot?
Yeah, photo shoot.
What you mean, like drop day as in like when you release something, or?
Like just leading up to the day of.
Oh, okay.
What's
okay,
the
okay, I got
what's
you,
the
I got
preparation? What's the
Marketing
process?
ideas, definitely.
For me, I say marketing, most definitely. For my brand, I always like to. I want to start doing. I did it for my last job, doing videos that has a meaning to me, in my personal life. Having that video, stating that release date, following up to that release date. I'm posting pictures. I'm building up hype behind it.
Yeah.
And then when that release day come, I got liquor. I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm celebrating, you know what I'm saying? You gotta celebrate. You gotta celebrate, man. So every release I do, I celebrate for myself, man, because it's a big milestone. Everybody
Myself,
can't.
I'll say I don't really give myself pats on the back for a lot of stuff that I do and have accomplished. I'm always working on the next goal, the next step. I don't really be noticing until somebody bring it to light to me because I'm always working. Like I don't really care until I reach the goal that I want to reach.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it
I
get
that
to you, but you know,
I get that
it
liquor.
feel
man.
good though.
I think
I get
I
that
mean,
liquor.
as far as for me, with the one drop I had, I made sure I reached out to, because I guess my avenue is a little different. I reached out to a lot of other guys within the fitness community that I knew had names and things like that, and I reached out to them and asked what they thought about it before I even dropped it, because I wanted to make sure that they would be the ones wearing it, because I'll be real with you, bro. When it comes to a lot of these dudes that be posting these workouts and stuff, it don't even matter like what they wearing. People gonna get what they wearing because they want to look like that person in that fit.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I want to know, okay, would you wear this?
Yeah.
So that's my main thing. I reach out to a number of influencers to see, okay, well, how much could I afford to send out for free to these guys so that I get the entire clothing line, like the whole drop done with.
Right.
Because at that point, I'm not only just getting more people to get it, but I'm also gelling communities. So at that point, they're looking like, okay, well, this dude's affiliated with Colby as well, and through the brand. Oh snap! Like we mess with him, so let's mess with him too.
Right.
And then at that point, it just keeps on growing, and we kind of capitalize off each other. The next time that I drop, I do want to make sure I give those guys that did wear my gear codes. So like for example, they can make a slight little commission, 10%.
Kind of like a brand ambassador.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Make you a little brand ambassador for the drop. Give you a nice 10% code. Because a lot of them, they gave me great feedback with just the quality of the gear, not even just the design, like the quality of the gear. The design was cool, but I want to make sure like really, that's why I want to get into the designing myself and learn the illustrator. Because I got some ideas in my head that I just can't put on paper. And people don't be getting it when I be saying it.
Yeah.
People don't be getting what I be saying about it. That day come. But definitely incorporating other creators into the drop.
Yeah, you just threw me an alley-oop for my next question. So when it like y'all we don't know everything in the fields that we're in, right? We don't know everything about it. So who do you guys go to for the advice and the mentorship when you got to figure things out? When
I
it
be
gets
watching their
tough?
lives.
Who do you guys?
I be watching your lives. Y'all was live one night at like 12 o'clock at night, and I swear to God, I was
Because I know
a couple other people.
I know these two. They collaborate all the time on different ideas and things like that. So who do you guys go to?
As we go.
Well, me and Ty talk a lot just about what we got going on. Me and him got a collab on the way soon.
For sure.
But the dude who I watch a lot, I say Hollywood Shaq, man. Like the way he go about his business and how he just the way he be just giving out free game. I don't know. He tough, man. He tough. I don't know.
I'll be watching his lives too.
Yeah.
So
I ain't prepared yet, so I ain't enjoying your live yet, bro. ain't prepared.
So what has been the most difficult and the hardest things about coming out with your brands and different things like that? Because it's not all peaches and cream all the time. We know that.
At all.
We know that.
For me, I say kind of like building my, and I feel like me, I'm still in a stage where I'm trying to find my, how you say it, your niche.
Yeah.
Your niche, cause like I don't know, like me as a like a person who loves clothes, I feel like I got so many styles. It's like I want to attack so many areas, but you could attack a lot of areas with your brand, but it's kind of to a point where it's like, say I attack this area where somebody just like they like high class like a polo tee or something. Mm-hmm. Then I drop a t-shirt like a graphic t-shirt. They gonna get kind of confused. They gonna be like, oh, why is he dropping a graphic t-shirt?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a thing where I got so many styles where it's like I want to put some of this stuff out, so I kind of gotta go to this one route that I'm good at. So I'm still figuring it out. Definitely. But that I'll say just finding my niche, and second I'll say kind of just like. Well, at first I kind of got it mastered now, but I always sample my products. Like at first I wasn't sampling no products. I was just putting in orders.
Yeah, no.
Luckily, out of those first two drops, out of those first two drops was cool. But I had this one little area where I was doing some hats, and the hats were terrible, bro. So I literally had I told you this.
Them hats was.
I literally had to I just donated them. So it was like
you can do it.
I just donated them because it's like it matters what you put out, man.
Hats want none. I ain't gonna lie. He got some hats out though. Y'all need to go grab them.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
sure, y'all need to go grab them.
So what has been the most rewarding parts of starting these brands? Most difficult parts and the most rewarding.
Hardest part is that damn Illustrator stuff. Like telling you, once I get the hang of that, done.
The difficult parts I should say is I'll say the pro first would be selling out of inventory. The difficult part would be when you sell out and then you have to wait on new inventory and you don't have anything else to sell.
Yeah.
As far as pushing your brand and always working on the next step. So in between that route, I'll be, like I said, just working on my fashion as far as designing and pushing the celebrity stylist portion of me.
Right.
So how do you guys keep yourselves motivated? Because it gets rough. It gets rough. So how do you keep yourselves motivated to continue to push forward and continue to push your product or push your vision?
I promote myself every day. If I'm not doing nothing, I make sure I post every single day. It don't matter what I'm going through, what what type of day it is. I make sure I post every single day.
I mean, for me, I just look at it like there really ain't no bad day. You can sit there and claim that you're having a bad day, but at the end of the day, you're having bad moments that you're letting define a day. Mm-hmm. So, because at the end of the day, even your bad day is a luxury to somebody else. Right. So I look at it like that. So even if I'm sitting there wondering, like, dang, when is this gonna happen? When is that gonna happen? How many more times I got to do this over and over and over again? Yeah. Like, this fucking sucks. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because somebody else is either, if they were handed your cards, they will play them shits like no tomorrow.
Definitely.
All
right. So you can sit there and claim that they wouldn't. You can sit there and think that they wouldn't. If somebody else was given the hand you were dealt, how would they look at it? And I just think back on that, and I just keep on pushing forward because I don't want nobody to play the cards I got better than me.
Right.
Yeah. In that case, like what Todd said about posting every day. Me personally, I used to post every day, but this like a whole nother conversation with social media and this algorithm and all that. So it comes to the thing where it's like me, I'm kind of at a stage now with my brand. It's like I don't post every day because it's like a human mind gonna think like if I see somebody too much. Now this is not everybody. I'm just saying like just what I've experienced. If somebody sees somebody posting too much, you kind of gonna be like, bro, I don't even want to see that, man.
Yeah, let me tell you about that, bro.
Posting all the time. You feel me?
You post all the time, like. So you gotta understand Instagram algorithm because you just said that.
And I'm still figuring it out, but like it's kind of like
let me You'll go.
Yeah. So because you just said that, right? Instagram already set up for that not to be possible. There's times where you can post 3 times in a day and somebody won't see it until a week later.
Exactly, bro.
So
like, I don't know if y'all people, but now
Yeah.
Instagram has this thing now where if you post a main post for your feed, it'll say like 2 days ago, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I ain't never seen this.
I've
Like,
been seeing that a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
bro, like it's just, I don't know. It's crazy. Cause it's like, it's to a point where it's like, if somebody posting that day, we all human, man. We all be on our phone at least more than 5 hours a day. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Realistically. So it's kind of like, how did I not see that?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It just don't really, it's weird. It don't add up.
How you keep yourself motivated?
I keep myself motivated by. I feel like my personal perspective is that I feel like it's disrespectful to those that do believe in me and are supporting me and watching me every single day and actually see potential in me.
Yeah.
To not keep going.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be scared to post every day too.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, like this morning I just hit 50K on Instagram. I swear to God, I would not, like, bro, if I didn't, bro, there's times where, when you don't post, let me tell you something about the Instagram algorithm, bro. That was you? Oh, shit. I was like, what the hell? Hey, but let me tell you, bro, there's times where, like, when you don't post, not only will your followers forget about you, it's not even their choice. Instagram will forget about you, and your followers will forget next. Because, like, you could check and see, like, your engagement and stuff like that and your insights.
Definitely.
Like,
and
if
I also,
you,
my bad.
Yeah,
And
go
I
ahead.
also want to say that you also never know who's watching.
Exactly.
Like, I had a few individuals that were verified and a few artists that were actually wanting to get some merch from me, telling me the link and, send some merch out and stuff like that I replied to 6 hours later because they were in my request that I didn't see.
Yep.
So it's like I said, you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
That's true.
But let me tell you, like, with the whole engagement thing, like, Instagram will start to forget about you first, and they'll make your followers forget about you next because you're not using a platform. You got to remember, bro, like, those algorithms, like, they're not just, like, of course, there's a conversation one a day, but, like, as far as the science explained, it's, like, people ain't just, like, looking at their phone and thinking, dang, I'm tired of that one user.
Right.
They're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Oh, I like that. Forget about it. 2 seconds later. Oh, I like that. Like, it's a short dopamine response. Their stimulus is so short, they keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. They don't even notice they see you 10 times. They just think, dang, I see this person a lot. Like that person that told me today, I see you on my For You page all the time. She didn't say how many times. She didn't say what day. She didn't even say what she saw. She just thought she sees my face. And she connected that with the idea of, oh, yeah, it's him.
Right.
Like, so you might be thinking that somebody might not be wanting to see that. I think that was more like that old days Instagram where people used to see like posts that was in order, chronological order.
Yeah.
Nowadays, bro, you post a reel and that junk blow up, post another one because I promise you this, if you don't, let's say that reel got 400,000 views and your next like reel come out 4 days later, Instagram is not going to push that reel because for 3 days, guess what? You had no views. So they want to keep seeing you put out and put on. So
you saying to post every day?
Keep posting.
Okay.
And even if you don't always have to post the same type of content because you can be a part of multiple niches. Like, for example, you can post your clothing one time, but then a lot of people want to know how you started a brand. You notice that.
Right.
Or even just your personality. Dang, what is the owner like?
I need to really get into that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a laid back type of person. I need to really get into marketing. That's what I really plan on doing when I do get this drop in.
Yeah.
Just working on just stepping outside of my my boundaries and my comfort zone as far as just expanding and working on TikTok. I just set up a TikTok. I
can't wait to see. I can't wait.
I've made a video.
But let me tell you, for real, like, so.
It's the what it is? The reels also, I
Yeah.
get into that also.
I like Instagram reels, yeah.
But
like
like,
Instagram Reels.
like you get into that stuff. Let's say, like I can say right now, I'm part of 3 niches just on Instagram alone. I'm a part of, how-tos as far as for fitness, motivation, and just basic aesthetic posts, like your actual body.
Right.
Sure.
One might not do well. I post to another one through the roof.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the other day, I posted a picture of myself. Did a little bit, did a little couple numbers. Posted a reel of something of like how to. It did its usual numbers. And then I posted motivation, and that shit blew through the roof.
Wow.
And it just drags people in because they're getting all of this content. Then I get people that sending me DMs, oh, thank you for everything you post. Because they're not just getting that one type. So even if you have multiple types of things you want to get into, you can. and that could expand on your brand. I follow this one brand, with a guy. He doesn't just post him in his like him in the warehouse. He posts himself talking about just simple stuff like real estate because he's in the real estate.
Right.
He posts himself with his actual athletes because people want to see that too. He posts just his personal like foods and stuff like that, things like that. You'd be surprised at what people want to see because of them supporting your brand or your vision. Like people want to be nosy, bro. They want to be nosy. They want to
realize that. I done got into it a little bit as far as just posting it on my story though, but I do need to do the reels and actually going about with expanding with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the hang of it too, man. I'm not the only ones.
Because one thing that some people gonna like really see. Sorry, this is gonna be the last thing.
Nah, you good.
Personalization. People want to see like the raw, authentic. What is this? And they want to see it from their vision, not yours. You might be thinking, I gotta be upscale. I gotta not post this much, and I gotta make sure I don't post about this. And you know, like it's some things you just don't post. Like if you got political views, leave that at home. If you got religious views, leave that at home. But you know, if you have views on some random thing, like for example, dang man, I hate running, or dang man, I can't stand them jeans. Post them. Shoot, guess what? If you can't, exactly.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like people. You're gonna have people that don't like it, and people that do like it, but people want to see that about you because they want to know more about the brand itself because they want to know you're like them. I know. I told you the other day, Briah.
Yeah.
The TikToks you was posting, I was like, people are gonna click to it when they start to see just raw clips of you just talking.
Right.
Shay, he asked me what he got to do, like for example, to grow a little bit on TikTok. I said, bro, those videos you posted just you talking. Not all that editing, not all that crazy transition stuff. That don't come natural to people. People want to see something from like, okay, well, I do this. He's like me.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
Yeah. So just to wrap up before we get into our quick hitters segment, what's next for your brands and what's the ideal goal down the line for your brands?
For me, I want to touch all angles, man. Like I kind of feel like my brand name is it can be touched in so many ways, like just doing streetwear to doing to luxury wear, whatever. Cologne. Just imagine ChristiaDon on the cologne, like I don't know, it just sounds raw. Shout out to Jeremiah, my homeboy brought that to my attention. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to reach every single aspect of like just my brand in general, like everything.
Me, I'll say my celebrity stylist angle. I want to really get into that field as far as styling artists and athletes, probably also. Definitely, they also have a very big platform. Yeah, man, this drop we got on the way.
Yes, sir.
I mean, as far as me go, like I told my boss because I brought it to his attention like 3 years ago when I was working back at LA Fitness. We was in the car going to a meeting, and I asked him. I said, you know, like, how you even like start this type of stuff up? Because I told him my idea. He was like, it depends on what you want to be. You want to be somebody that just sells shirts. You want to be somebody that is like a household name. And my whole thing is I want to be like a household name. So regardless of what you look at about M3, I wanted to be able to turn at any corner. I wanted to be a basket full of things. Yeah. So it don't got to just be clothing. It don't got to be just fitness.
I also want to get into interior designing also.
Yeah.
That's
so wherever it goes.
I like drawing, so I'll paint some tables up, paint some walls.
Use all them tools, man.
Some pillows, some carpets.
Yeah.
I want
all them tools.
I'm telling you, my creativity be everywhere. I'll be thinking.
Wow. What's it? Carpets, all that.
All right, so we're about to get into our quick hitter segment. All right, this is a new segment that I'm gonna continue to do. I'm gonna give you guys a series of questions. All right, just off topic random questions.
Like, one answer. No explanation.
Yeah, one answer, no explanation, no nothing. All right, we ready?
I gotta get ready.
You ready? All right. So the first one's kind of like our last question, but where do you see yourself in 5 years?
If we talking about, I mean, you want to go first, Shay?
6 figures.
Okay.
Realistically.
Nah, that's this year. Not this year, fam.
Well, you know,
this year.
Just rich in general. Rich. Really rich.
I mean, just basic terms, just a little further where I am right now.
Definitely. I'll say farther than I expected.
Okay.
Farther than I expected. I mean, I see myself always thinking, like I said, I'm always working, so I'm not really thinking about
down the
what's
line.
going on right now. I'm always focused on the next step.
Yeah.
I don't really give myself pats on the back for nothing that I'm doing now. So it's just, like I said, just farther than I expected. I know hard work pays off in the long game.
Okay. Top 5 rappers. Go.
Right now, current, just to.
Whatever floats your boat.
I ain't going first.
I go first.
I say no cap. Lil Baby. NBA for sure. Kevin Gates.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Brent Fayez.
Solid. That's solid.
She said rappers.
Or rappers.
He could kind of count.
Yeah, because he
He
be
be
number
rapping
one in my
Could kind of
book.
count. Yeah, I'll give
He
it to you.
rapping
That's
too.
solid. That's solid.
I'll say, like I said before, in the other clips that y'all probably need to go check out. Make sure y'all go check it on the Instagram page right now. But first off, it's gonna be Biggie. Just feel like he iconic. This is no specific order, so I'm gonna say NBA YoungBoy, of course. Drake. Can't remember my other one, man. Dang. I had Meek Mill up there, but I can't remember the last one I had up there. Trying to think.
I think you said J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole. That's how did I forget that?
Yeah.
Jermaine Cole, baby. It's all about J. Cole. All right, that'd be my 5.
Me, go Young Boy. I'm gonna go with Young Boy, Young Thug, Rick Ross, Drake, and Pierre Bourne.
Sure, Pierre
Sir.
Bourne hard too.
Okay.
Tough.
Most important part of a fit.
Shoes. Shoes always gotta be clean. I ain't gonna lie.
That's solid.
Shoes always gotta be clean. I don't care what I got on. My shoes are always clean.
That's solid. Hey, listen. I know. That's solid.
What about you?
My most important part of an outfit. I'm gonna say, and we're gonna get real technical, how the shoe looks with the pants.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Okay. I'm gonna go with shoes. That's really the most important.
Yeah.
I mean, based on what I do, I got to go with pants because usually it's either I ain't gonna have a shirt on, I might not have shoes on, I might have some basic shoes on, I might be at the beach, but I gotta have pants on. So
I'm working on this pod.
I gotta have my pants on, so gotta have my 5-inch C shorts on. So, yeah,
All right.
I gotta go with pants.
Best dressed celebrity, in your opinion?
I mean,
That counts as athletes too.
Athlete. Yeah.
Dwayne Bacon.
Ooh, we.
Dwayne Bacon.
I'll say foul.
That's
That's tough too, though,
Hey.
for
I
sure.
ain't gonna lie, that's one of my
Hey.
top. That's one of my top goals that
Hey.
I really do want to get into. Like, I really want to style for sure. That's one of my top. Like,
All right.
bucket
Yeah.
list goals.
Yeah. He's like that.
I don't really keep up with celebrities like that.
Okay. All right. 5 dinner guests. If you could sit down with 5 people, dead or alive, who would you sit with and have a conversation?
Jay-Z, Young Thug, Tupac, fearless, man. Tupac, fearless. I like Tupac because of that. LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Solid.
I'm gonna go with Elon Musk. All right. LeBron James. Let me see. I'm gonna go with Jeff Bezos up there. A lot of y'all don't know about this one, but Chris Bumstead. And then lastly, I'm gonna go with Young Thug.
I'll say I want Bill Gates money, so Bill Gates. Bill Gates. Rick Ross, for sure. Kevin Gates. Lil Baby. And yeah, Young Thug.
Okay. Why y'all say Young Thug though, dude?
It could, bro, like I said
But
before,
different,
the show,
huh?
like he
Yeah, I like
an
that.
innovator.
He's a mogul.
He
He's
got
a
a
mogul.
whole-
Young
I want you to
Thug different.
look back on
I
Young
love
Thug's
Young
Whole
Thug.
albums,
label behind.
I love Young
Yeah.
Thug, yeah.
bro. Look back on Young
Individuals
Thug's.
that want to be just like him. Like,
Yeah.
Look at his art on his labels alone, bro. Not even what he says, what he does, his actions. Look at the art on his labels alone, and look at the references, you can tell, bro, the man's a lot further. He a lot further up here than most people think.
Facts, facts.
He got laughed at in the beginning because of the way he was rapping. You remember everybody was like, "Oh, that mumbling rap ain't finna take him far." You know, what the hell is he even saying? Or, damn, you sound like Young Thug, like cracking on you.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, bro, people don't ask no questions because he got over 200 artists in his label and things like that. Like, bro, people don't ask Young Thug questions.
Marketing genius.
Ain't no exactly. Got scientists studying his flow.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't doing what Young Thug do. But
exactly.
Get into marketing ideas for sure.
I'm into people that make a small idea and turn that shit big. So like that's what I like to see. Because the thing is, everybody always thinking way too big, and they stay small because they think they got to do the biggest thing ever.
Yeah.
But if you just think small and think just something simple, to solve a problem, you'll never realize, like, bro, you'll get a lot further. Solve a problem, bro.
Yeah.
What about you, Bri?
My 5 dinner guests. Ooh. Man, Colby. Give me Colby.
Nipsey.
Yeah,
Nipsey. I forgot Nip.
Nip. Give me Serena Williams.
Okay.
Gotta throw a woman in there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw 2 in there. Give me Rihanna.
Yeah.
Give me Rihanna. That
Gotta-
money, money. She's a billionaire. She got a billy. Tripping. Last one. People may call me crazy for this one, but Odell Beckham Jr. And I say Odell Beckham Jr. simply because of how misunderstood he is. And how, people paint him out to be a certain way. And it's like he's always kept his goals in mind. So that's why I would say Odell Beckham Jr. But I got 2 more for y'all. Just 2 more. Favorite brand besides your own?
I would say gallery department. Gallery department, one of the hardest brands that I really mess with outside of mine.
I don't even know. I don't know. It's kind of hard because I don't buy clothes anymore from nobody. Not even on like a Hollywood level, but it's just like I don't know. But if the brand that I gravitate towards most to is I don't even know, bro. Go ahead, Colby. I'm gonna pass. I don't know.
I'm gonna say Dark Sport. Let me tell you, bro. If you want to see a brand that got subpar quality but make up for it in design and message, but they quality is not top tier at all. Your stuff will rip the next day. But I promise you this, you'll go back and buy it again. You'll go back and buy it again just because the message behind it and the story and everything. Like, you'll be like, dang, bro, I want to be a part of this.
I ain't buying it again.
Bro, people complain in the comments every other day, and they be having the gear on the next day.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I look up to that because it's like, dang, bro, you got to have a different type of breed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, cool.
I haven't bought
give
clothes
you a
in a long
pass.
time.
All right, last one. We kind of go a little deep here. What would you tell your younger self?
Work now. Work now. You thinking that you finna sit there and wait till tomorrow the next day? Just work now.
Yeah.
Always be yourself. Not care what nobody think. Continue to just have your own light. Stand out. Whoever the right crowd gonna gravitate towards you. Whoever don't gravitate towards you ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? So always stand on what you believe in and just be yourself.
I would say it's either you learn early or you die young. So you learn early or you die young. But that is my brain fart.
I mean, I'll give you a little breather. I'll answer. I would tell my younger self, man. I would tell my younger self a few things. Number 1, prove it to yourself first. Number 2, control what you can control and let everything else take care of itself. And 3, man, be more present. I've had many moments in my life where they passed by, and when they passed by, I thought back and I said, damn, I wish I could go back. and I would do this different, or I would do this, or I would do that, or I would take more advantage of the moment. So I would tell myself, be more present.
Yeah.
Be more present.
Like I said before, it's either you learn early or you die young. Take risks to win. Believe in yourself. Be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Be genuine,
Mhm.
unique, and expand in creativity. Be creative.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, fellas. Y'all know I love y'all. I love y'all.
me
Thank
too.
you for
So,
being a part of it. I enjoy being able to give y'all a voice first. My family. For real, for real.
that's hard.
It's another episode of Boxing One the podcast. I'm Briah.
Donshay.
Colby.
Ty, ColdWrld.
Thank you guys for watching.